Smash Mouth
Covers don't count.
Smash Mouth did cover a song in the Shrek movie. I'm a Believer was from some other band. I forgot who it was.
I need a hero.
Could you... lost! Get lost!
Oh, do you want me to use my phone powers to find out who originally created I'm a Believer?
No. I don't want you to text while battling. It's very dangerous.
Well, we're not battling right now.
We're battling now. Pokemon battle? Cool, Rumble!
I think I'm a Believer is actually originally by Smash Mouth.
No, it's not. It was covered. Look.
Oh, here we go. It was originally composed by Neil Diamond.
Told you.
And recorded by The Monkees.
Ah, yes. We see, you'll learn something new, Jason.
Yes, you learn something new with your phone. Crazy.
But was the knowledge worth killing all those people, Jason?
You mean this one right horn right now? That one?
No, all those pedestrians that got in the way of that attack.
Listen,
because you were on your phone.
I'm player 2. You're driving. If anyone's at fault, it's you.
No. You see, I'm driving one Pokemon, you're driving the other.
Yeah, but it's not like steering wheel and pedal, you know, logic. That's the word I was looking for, logic.
I zoned out like the first couple words you said. What?
Yeah, but really, you zoned out? Are you okay, Andrew? You're usually so focused.
Not when I'm doing a Let's Play.
No. This isn't like steering wheel and pedal logic. You know, it's not like, oh, because you have half the Pokemon and I have half the Pokemon, we're both responsible for the car driving. No, it's you're responsible for the car driving. And I'm the one who's on my phone.
There's 2 separate cars here, Jason.
There was not 2 separate cars! That is 0% of what the case is. Here, I'll prove it to you. Ready?
No, don't.
Yes.
Don't! Lives are at stake, Jason!
Just gonna prove to you that.
No!
Okay, Michael Scott.
What?
You didn't watch The Office. Uncultured swine. Here. Look.
Oh God, please, no, no!
Yeah.
No! No! And then he turns into a dragon, right?
No.
That's the right show?
No, that's the wrong show. Also, you drove to that guy. I wasn't there.
Yeah, you were.
I wasn't.
You were right here in spirit with me, arguing with me!
Yeah, but I wasn't driving.
Yeah, you were. You were driving my emotions through
the fucking character. Wall!
Yes!
You got this. You don't need me.
Yes, I do!
Whoa, dude, whoa. I just almost went flying, dude.
That's what the safety straps are for. That's why they tell you in the beginning to put the safety straps on.
Listen, I have to tighten the safety strap now because that shit almost went flying. Now it's too tight. Hold on, we gotta find a balance here because now it's too tight. Just a little bit more. All right, okay, we're good now. We're good. We are Gooch Mahooch.
I am not going through this without you!
Oh boy,
Oh,
did
no.
Did it really? This fucking guy.
Oh, we're good. All right, we're all right.
This fucking guy. Wait, is Self-Destruct an instant kill for the Pokemon using it?
Yeah, they die, period, no matter what.
But what determines the damage?
Well, it's a very powerful attack, but obviously his attack power wasn't that high, and we're at pretty high level.
I just love the logic behind it, you know? Just like...
Oh, you know what's funnier? When
I'm gonna have one Pokemon, and I'm gonna have it do one move. Self-Destruct.
I leveled up my Pokemon, but it won't evolve. Why?
Maybe you're pressing B.
It might be one of the Pokemon that you have to trade to evolve.
Well, we'll find out, won't we? Still, though, what is that logic?
Yeah. He's got to trade it to evolve it, dumbass.
The one Pokemon in his team, and he uses Self-Destruct.
Well,
what kind of fucking genius?
Here's the thing, though. if you have, I should use wing attack, whatever. If you have, if it's one Pokemon versus one Pokemon and the Pokemon uses Self-Destruct and the other one dies and that trainer's out of Pokemon, and both trainers are out of Pokemon, the one that used Self-Destruct wins the battle.
Really?
Yeah, you win the battle.
But also we have four other Pokemon, so even if
Well, I'm not saying he's smart. I'm just bringing that point up.
Oh,
like for those interested in competitive battling.
I mean, I didn't even know that, so that's good to know.
But you know what's funnier? When an NPC uses Self-Destruct when you have Ghost Pokemon out.
Why? It doesn't affect Ghost Pokemon?
It's a normal type move, so it doesn't...
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I remember that happening in...
To you?
Yeah. When I don't know the specific case, but I do remember that there was at least one instance when I had a Ghost Pokemon out and the NPC uses Self-Destruct, and it's like... Okay.
Trying to remember now if anything like that happened when I was in elementary school and me and all the kids were playing Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that. I told you about the Change of Heart card, right? Or Monster Reborn card.
Yes, you did.
Okay. Did I tell you?
You probably told you told me the story, but like tell it again.
What, the Change of Heart card or the Monster Reborn card?
That you had to take the other kid's card temporarily.
Yeah, no. Like that, you're talking about that story, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So long story short, Monster
Keeper
Reborn.
Donald.
Back in the day, Monster Reborn in Yu-Gi-Oh, you could resurrect your opponent, any monster from your graveyard or your
still can.
opponent's graveyard. I don't know how they changed it in tournament though.
Oh well, yeah, it's banned in tournaments, I believe.
So,
But you can still use it in like the Yu-Gi-Oh game I just recently downloaded.
That's a video game though. It's very different from, the actual duels.
competitive battling.
So, I told the kid who was like, 3 or 4 years my junior. I told him.
How old were you at the time?
I was like 13, so this kid was.
So he was like 9, 10?
Yeah, maybe even younger. So I told this kid, all right, so I'm gonna resurrect your Blue Eyes White Dragon, right? And he's like, but it's mine. And I'm like, well, yeah, I know, but like just for this match, I'm resurrecting him because I'm using Monster Reborn. And he's like, no, it's mine. He literally swiped all his cards off the board and his Blue Eyes and booked it because he thought I was straight up taking his Blue Eyes White Dragon.
He didn't want to get banished to the Shadow Realm.
He really didn't. Honestly, that's the smartest thing to do.
AJ made that joke when you told the story on the show.
AJ's very intelligent. You hear that, AJ? Very intelligent. Except you don't watch this, so you'll never know. So I'm never complimenting you again. Just this once.
I'm gonna show him this episode.
Why?
To make him feel good.
He needs to earn some of this compliment sometimes. That he should earn it.
Why? Why'd I lose?
Because you suck?
The way he pouted his lips kind of looked like Donald Trump, and his name is Birdkeeper Donald. I don't know if you noticed. I'll battle you with my favorite Pokemon that I traded with my friends!
Maybe she should trade some Pokemon with my chap over there.
Oh, yeah. Can help each other out. That's how we got Gengar. AJ traded the Haunter we had and traded it back.
Vaporeon!
Schminkeldorf!
We are not in a good position to be fighting this.
We outspeed it.
Are you sure?
Positive. Just don't use a water type move. Use Outrage.
I thought I would specifically use a water type move in this instance.
And then that reminds me, I still think that they dumbed down this game way too much because, we didn't kill it and, yep, I'm dead.
Bye.
I just remembered it actually has a lot of HP. That Pokemon. So much for that. Switch.
I don't. Did I tell you that there's like a specific part of the brain that gets used for Pokemon information?
I don't know how much I believe that, to be honest.
I mean, it was a study conducted, you know. So.
But like, what study? Then like, for what are the sources? Like,
I don't know, dude. I can't tell. I don't remember all these sources. I just remember the pieces that I read in the article that I find the most interesting, which are not the sources.
Well, that's important because, like, you know, there's a study about how vaccines cause autism.
But it's not real.
Exactly. So how do you know about the Pokemon one?
Because no one else has come to disprove it yet.
How do you know that? And like what are the sources? Was it peer reviewed? Was it?
It's not like a new section of your brain appears to deal with Pokemon. It's that all your Pokemon facts and information is stored in a very specific part of your brain.
The reason, so people might think like I'm like being anal or whatever, but that's because that's how I was trained. That's how you're trained to think as in the liberal arts and sciences. It's known as critical thinking, pretty much. Just like 4 out of 5 dentists recommend this toothpaste. What do you mean by that? Did you ask only 5 dentists? And why did the 1 out of 5 not? Why does the 1 out of 5 not recommend that toothpaste? Like, where are you getting this information? Oh, and every movie is the #1 movie in America.
Andrew, critical think this. Relax.
Well, no, if you're talking about serious scientific discussion, then you have to use critical thinking.
Well, I'll make this promise to you. Anything that appears by The Onion or The Hard Times, I'm pretty sure is fucking satire. I think I have enough intelligence to know that much.
Okay. Let's fly to the other city just to heal up, and we'll come around the other way.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. My burps, I don't bother holding in, by the way.
No, clearly not. And I do remember one time you did fart way back in the early days.
Wait. Well, I'm sure out of like over a decade we've known each other, I'm positive that I have farted.
No, early days of Dynamite.
Within the past 10 years.
No, on show while recording DynamiteBros.
No, I remembered. Are you talking about when we played DK64?
Oh, yes, that one.
No, I remember that episode. I didn't fart, I burped.
Oh.
No. I actually, no, not even that. I joked. You were impersonating Gandalf, and I went.
This kid has a sharp memory.
And then you were like, Bilbo, stop being such a piece of shit. I should have let Smog swallow you whole. And I was like, wait, Bilbo, I thought we were. And then you said, shut up. We don't have time. You shall not pass. And I said, pass what? Gas. And then you were like, well, you know what? If you do have gas, I would ask that you keep it in for all of our sakes. And then I said, what did I say after that? I said, dude, do you know how many times I burped into this mic? And then you were like, well, that's different than farting. I'm like, wait.
No, I remember the resolution.
Wait, but how is that different? And then you're like, it's the place where you take a shit. And I'm like,
oh no. It was I definitely had a much more exaggerated way of saying shit than that.
I know I'm not doing it perfectly because I gotta preserve my voice, but I'm like,
oh yes, heaven forbid that your voice drops even a decibel of strength. Oh, woe is us and your voice. Oh, the gods are certainly unmerciful this day.
Do I need to keep going, or do you understand?
I get it. I'm just surprised you remember all of that just so well.
I remember the most useless shit.
Yeah, you do.
Birdkeeper Edwin.
And the only thing that you do remember is how to critically think. Think critically.
I mean, that's the only thing I remember.
No, that's the only important thing that you remember.